Hey, yo, WFPN, welcome back to another show, man. Y'all know we talk to the movers, shakers, and tastemakers. I'm excited this brother who's here with us fits that description. Please introduce yourself to our audience, man.
Hey, what's going on? Thresh Rico from Dallas.
Hey, everybody clap it up for Tres Rico, man. We got Dallas in the building. Now, you're an artist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What genres would you say you classify yourself as? Is it one? Is it multiple?
I try not to close myself off. I would say like hip hop, rap.
Hip hop and rap?
Trap, maybe.
Trap, okay. Is there anything else you've tried, or is it just kind of hip hop, rap, and we keep it there?
Just there for right now.
Okay, perfect. So when I was reading your pre-production, and you mentioned that you started writing raps just for the fun of it, and we hear that from a lot of artists. I want to know, what was that time like when you just started and it was fun and you were just kind of figuring out if you were nice with it? I want you to talk about that time in your life, how old you are, maybe some of the homies you had. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. I would say some of that started back in high school, on the bus, just waiting for school to start.
Okay.
I was about like 13 probably.
And that's when we on the bus doing the banging out,
making beats, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Somebody spitting at the same time, so yeah.
Okay, nice. And I'm curious because I always think this is an interesting question. Who are you listening to at that point in time? Who are some of the, I guess, rappers or maybe artists that you're like, man, this is who I was banging when I was in the back of the bus, or who I had in the headphones? Who are you listening to?
I gotta say Cassidy, Outkast.
Okay, so straight lyricist.
Yeah.
Straight lyricist,
Yeah,
okay.
I like them punchlines.
Okay, I was a huge Cassidy fan. I feel like we might be around the same age then.
Oh yeah,
because that's one that you hear. Outkast, that's one that like everybody loves, but Cassidy is like one of the ones that you have to remember. Like he ran the game. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So it starts out just kind of as like a fun thing that you're doing, and maybe with some homies at school. How does it turn into something that you're like, man, I'm good at this, and I'm going to take it seriously?
I did a show like after college, and I got some pretty nice reviews from it.
Okay.
And at the time, it was like real big as far as like black people, injustices, being killed and stuff like that. So I wanted to dedicate it to something bigger. You
were using it as a vehicle to talk about something that matters.
Cool.
I love that, man. Because in college, that's something that we're not often thinking about. The music in college is usually
definitely
party.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Where'd you go to school at, man?
I went to Ranger Junior College and then UTA.
Okay, now UT Arlington. Nice. Okay, great.
So you stayed in the Dallas area.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing these shows around this area, what are people's first reaction to your music that has this meaning to it?
Man, it gets quiet for a minute first, okay. And then after that, after I perform and stuff like that, then people come up to me like, man, that's dope.
Okay.
I never heard that. It's different.
Okay, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been one of your greatest accomplishments throughout your artistry?
I would feel just like getting heard by even two people. The message that I'm trying to represent, I feel like it's kind of deep. So just to be heard and I guess connected on with that music and the what it stands for, I think that's just
like that. So if you can explain for us like the meaning behind your artist name, Tres Rico. I know there's power in threes, and it made me curious, like the meaning behind your name and why you went with that name, please.
Initially, I kept changing my name, and then, like I said, on the journey of becoming conscious, I just kind of want to reflect the upgrade, I guess, of character.
Mm-hmm.
So TJ the God was initially like, I guess, 1.0.
Okay.
Thresh Rico was like 2.0, and then Majin 2 is like the 3.0. But I would say Thresh, actually, of course, it means three. Three means like Dallas. Triple D, Rico, raised in a corrupt organization. So
wow.
It's like America, basically.
Okay.
So,
that's unique.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Just,
raised in a corrupt organization.
It stands for something. So
it's empowering.
Wow. And you called it an organization. I like that. Why do you think the corruption in America is organized?
I think it's deep. I think it goes really about like kind of like our color and with Americans being in America first. I feel like that's the way to kind of take it away from us knowing that they owe us something.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. So we're doing, we go from back of the bus to kind of taking it seriously, doing shows. Where are we at now? Like what's upcoming that people should know about with Tres Rico that you're excited to tell people about?
I got another album dropping and a couple of videos actually.
Ooh.
Okay. Can we talk about it? Or does it need to be? Okay, let's talk about it. What's the name of the album? What's the meaning behind it?
Well, we can talk about the videos.
Okay.
I don't know about the album.
Let's do that then. Let's do that then, man.
The videos, I got 4K on the way releasing.
This is for a song called 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the song. What is this song about?
4K is adding the K to the KKK. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Killing that, you know.
Okay. Oh, wow.
4K.
Man, you're heavy.
I was going to say, you were
Man,
very deep.
you approach some heavy stuff.
Should have known when you said Cassidy.
So I can't wait to see that video. That should be a crazy video. Okay.
And then I got a video for Snap. Snap is whenever Black people, you know, had enough and they just pretty much snap.
Just like from the buildup of the trauma and the experience. I like it, man. I like it.
Can't wait to see it.
How do you approach videos? Do you like to be hands-on with it, or do you completely give it? Because I know, you know, we were talking earlier about, you know, me being an artist. I know there's sometimes where I just want to give it to the director entirely and let them do their thing. And then there's sometimes I want to be hands-on with it. How are you when it comes to your visuals?
I'm super hands-on.
Okay.
I have like a vision sometimes, so
okay,
I try to get that done. But out here, I didn't been finessed by like at least 2.
Yeah,
No.
it's plenty out here. There's more workers than artists sometimes out here that I feel, and so yeah, it's easy. You gotta be careful with that. I think that's where building working relationships comes into play.
Tap into the right resources.
Yeah,
True.
Absolutely.
I think doing this kind of stuff will kind of open more.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say this in addition to, like, you know, you mentioned that you did a lot of shows around like UTA. Do you ever perform around Austin? I'm
trying to. Yeah.
Okay, so also like actually stepping outside and getting on stages where, you know, you'll start to meet the right people, because
correct.
The scammers they don't show their face outside, right? Like they don't be in the community, because we would oust them. You know, I think we have a community here that cares about artists, and we care about like who does what correctly and efficiently. And so yeah, this is a good move for you, man. I'm glad you came through.
Man.
Absolutely.
We can't talk about the album. Let's talk about because you said this is a second, or this is a follow-up album. So there is one that already has been released, correct? Can you talk about it?
Reload Rico, that's on all platforms. It's pretty much the same thing, but just my debut album.
Okay. Reload Rico. What's the meaning behind that?
Like I said, initially I was doing it, just kind of doing it, you
Okay.
know, based off of everything else, ego and money and females. But coming back, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back and do this for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know,
I like that, man. I think this whole thing with Kendrick has brought like kind of a resurgence of consciousness. Do you feel
Absolutely.
that? Do you feel that at all?
definitely. I was doing this years ago though, but yeah.
Like, I think that it happens in waves, right? Like what we care about in music goes in a circle.
Keeps coming back.
And so you catch on right about the time where people you care about are back to caring about bars and back to caring about like what you actually stand for and what you're saying. Sky's the limit for you, man.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Writing your purpose.
Can you tell our audience where they can find you on social media?
Instagram, you can find me at _Majin2. I believe my TikTok is the same. Okay. And YouTube as well.
Are you having? I'm not on TikTok. Are you good with TikTok? How?
I'm trying to be more.
I heard that it's good for like turning eyes to what you're creating. I haven't gotten on there yet, but I'm curious how it's going for you, because you don't necessarily make stuff that people want to make a dance to or per se.
True.
So how's it working for you?
So I play stuff in the background. I might dance.
Okay.
Do my own little dance.
Okay.
So
they have a lot of conscientious things that people post. So finding that right wave for you will help navigate and traffic a lot of stuff to your page.
Most definitely.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like algorithm runs everything. Like
it does.
We're just running algorithm now as content creators. Even this, like when we come in here, we're creating content, man. We're trying to tap into an algorithm that for people that care about stuff like this, you know.
And it's probably wider for you guys because you tap into a lot of. I see you guys work with a lot of different artists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to keep it very broad, because when we combine algorithms, man, there's 3 other people that are going to watch your interview and be like, hey, what he's talking about, we do. Let's reach out to him and let's try to involve. You know, it's going to happen. Just wait for it. And I think that it's a good look for you, man, especially in this city. I would imagine Dallas might have been a little hard to do what you were doing, because they just want to turn up, they want to dance, they want to, you know.
Rap.
But I think Austin might be a refreshing space for you, because we actually do promote, and you know, there's a big fan experience for what you do here.
Agreed.
There are stages, there are venues that care about it, there are stages that care about it, there There are PDs, program directors that care about it. So I'm happy you're in the mix with us, man. And don't let it be the last time, all right?
Nah, for real.
Hey, everybody, let's clap it up for Trust Rico, man. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with our next guest. Yeah.